So this is everything. And this is everything. When I heard it for the first time, I thought this is everything. Everything is something special, something, everything. So with a big thing, it's always thinking that will be something special. I don't see it, so it will be something else as what I see. But the funny thing is, everything is just like it said, it's just everything, like normal everything. And if you talk about all those words in the non-duality meetings, there are a lot of words. You have an image about nothing, about everything, about non-dualism, about this is all there is. So you try to imagine what it is. And you think, oh, with the thinking or the brains, or trying to make an image of it, trying to feel it, maybe try to hear what is said or what is meant. The funny thing is, it's very literally. So it's not needed to do anything to understand, to do anything to maybe think, oh, maybe when I do this, it's more clear, or things like that. It's just everything. It's all, everything you do, everything what is done, that's it. But that's so, for the mind and for the me, you could say, it's so, you can't believe that, because it's so everything, and it's so normal for the mind and for the me, for the construction of the me. It's thinking there's something wrong, there's something not right yet, there's something I do not yet understand, there's something I didn't reach it, or I can't feel it, or everybody mind has something else, but it's always about it's not yet there. Yes, it is. It's already there. Of course, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing right. It's just what it is. So it's very simple. It's just the way the hand is moving, the way the sitting is happening, the way the looking is happening, the thoughts who are coming. Only the thoughts don't have any meaning at all. We are so convinced that thoughts have meaning. They help you to give purpose or meaning in your life, It's my life. A lot of beliefs are happening, but it's just what it is. So beliefs make it more difficult to feel, to see that it's just what it is, because there's so many beliefs, like I have to do it. And it's not only in the mind, the beliefs are embodied. So it's so strong, and it's even not noticed that it's just a belief that there's a world, that there's a me, there's somebody inside. This is body, but there's nothing inside. It's just empty. But we are, with the brains, are so capable of imagining things that you believe, or it feels that it's not a belief, but it's the truth, that there's a body, there's something in it, organs or anything. But it's just what you see is it. So what you hear is it. So there's no inside, there's no outside. It's just what it is. It's so literally simple that all the beliefs just don't have any meaning at all. And that's for the me. There's even not a me, of course, because that's also an imagined thing that the brain construct to give like a purpose or give a feeling of control. That because it's so convincing that I am here and there's somebody else, or there's the world. So I have to relate and make my life work, or what can I do to feel more happy or have more money or things like that. Thoughts don't have any how can you say, thoughts is just energy. Thoughts don't have any power. It's just thoughts. It's just an energy, like a cup of coffee. It's energy. It's a thought. It's energy, and everything is empty. It's just what it is. It's just a cup. That's it. With no meaning, no purpose, no before or after, no inside. It's just what it is. What is seen, what is heard, what is felt, literally, with any what's normally done also with feelings. It's like, oh, I feel this and this is because of what I did yesterday. Oh, could I have done it better? And a lot of thoughts are coming about, how can I do it better, or what should I have done, or things like that. It's just thoughts coming without any meaning, just thoughts. It's an energetic happening which comes from, I don't know, from nothing. So nothing is needed because it's already what is. And it doesn't mean it's perfect in the sense of like we think perfect is. It's just perfect as it is. So everything is already perfect. 80% is also perfect. So it can't be 80% because when there's walking and it's like, there's a lot of stress. Then there's walking, there's a lot of stress. That's it. That's already it. So it's not about feeling better. This message is not about feeling better or making it more relaxed or losing everything or anything like that. It's already there. And there's something going on and that seems like a me, but it's just an embodied belief that there's something wrong. There's something not right. There's good and bad because there's separation. So you think, oh, there's somebody and there's here and there's comparing. And I don't have that. Oh, I'm not so relaxed. So what can I do to be more relaxed? When there's stress, there's stress. There's just, maybe you could say, a sensation in the body. It's just a sensation. It's not wrong, it's not right, it's just what it is. And then there's no need to feel it or to do something with it. And when there's done something with it, then that's what's happening. There's nobody doing that. That's so convincing that there's somebody inside in the body. It's your body, and there's you inside that body. And you are there to make things happen or by your thoughts. There's no one, it's just empty. That's when there's talked about this is empty fullness, things like that. That seems very abstract. And what is it? It's just empty. There's nothing inside. There's just body, what is seen, that's it. And it's in the same time, it's empty. It's very strange because it's so normal to think everything is solid and there's something inside and it makes work. I'm doing something to make it work. Everything is just empty, and it's full in the sense that it's sense. There's hearing, there's feeling, there's what's seen. That's the fullness. The feeling, the sound. But it's also apparent. Everything is apparent. This is in a way it's also an awful message because you can't understand. You can't make something of it. What we are so used, and when you make something of it, it gives a feeling of safety or understanding. That gives a feeling like, oh yeah, I understand, and now that may be more relaxing. This can also be very threatening because all beliefs are nothing, are out of the window. There's no need, there can be reliefs, but when there's no me, the beliefs are not there anymore. So it's just emptiness, empty and full. It's not only empty because the body is seen, of course, and there's feelings or pain or sounds. But in the same time, everything is empty. So there's nothing inside. There's nothing outside. So there's also no world. That's an imagined thing that we think there's something outside going on. And talking about that and making a lot of conversation about that. It's just making conversation and thoughts coming. That's it. Nothing has any meaning. So that's the joy. There's nothing has any meaning. It's just empty, and it's also full and alive for no one, for no reason, just like that, like the little children, just living like that. That's the joy. So maybe there are some question about it. That would be nice. Or you want to say or ask, please unmute yourself and we'll see what's happening. Ah, there's somebody. I don't understand English, but I love this. Ah, this energy. Oh, that's sweet. Great. Oh, wow. Mm.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi.
Rose. Yeah,
Hi.
you can hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, good. Okay. A couple of days ago, I went to a family gathering. You know, it was Christmas Day, and
Mm.
where I am, we could do that. And
Mm.
at some point in the evening, people were talking, maybe getting a bit serious, talking about their outlook on life, their philosophies, and or their philosophical outlook.
Mm.
And so I started joining in, and it got a bit serious. And then I started talking about, without using the word non-duality, I start sort of talking that this kind of thing.
Mm.
And I was enjoying talking, and suddenly I looked and I saw that everyone was looking at me like I was a crazy man, or a
Oh.
very, a sad person, to
Oh.
like a pathetic uh,
Mm.
hippie, or
Mm.
deluded.
Mm.
And I could see now that, and then there was embarrassment while they tried to move the conversation on.
Mm.
And I suspect they think of me now in in
Mm.
this way, and I can't undo it. Um,
Oh.
but it seems, yeah, it would be, I don't know. It's like, this is something. This is a secret. Yeah, you can't you can't talk like this. We can
Yeah.
talk about it here in this conversation,
Yeah.
but it's entirely,
Yeah.
it's best not to speak about it. Or maybe there's a way of speaking about it apart from,
Mm.
having a, yourself holding a meeting. Anyway, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, what I noticed when the first years when there was no me and that everything fell away, I didn't have words to talk about it. So
Right.
I didn't tell, maybe one or two people I told, and for the rest nobody know. I think a lot of friends of me don't know this, because it can't be expressed when there's no openness for some. It's the words are not coming. But the funny thing is, when there's this talking in the story, you could say in time, there seems to be a deepening, and then the words are more becoming normal. It's more normal. So there's sometimes in some conversations there's a talking about this, but in a very normal way, not using all that words from non-duality or emptiness or things like that, but in a very normal way. It's not like this, but in a way it's talking like that, because and still there can be. I have also friends that are very angry when I'm talking like that. So
Right.
that's also what can happen. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. It's threatening, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they were threatened by what I said. They were just thought, you know,
Not.
bit of a bit crazy, and they wanted it to stop pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
And then an opposite conversation happened yesterday with people who are into, who sort of this sort of subject, and we met online, and it was utterly the opposite. But it was also interesting that there's people there there's some disagreements as well, in the sense that some people are very into awareness or consciousness, ideas and that sort of thing, and some people bring in science to back it up, which so that was, anyway, there you go. Yes. So it was nice to be able to talk openly without being thought an absolute fool, but so it's sort of,
but still there's there can be a difference about how people, there's so many people talking about non-dualism, and
yes.
there are a lot of things about, there's no me, but you can still have more consciousness or things like that, and it's not the same message, but there are a lot of things going on about this. But when there's not so much going on, that's an appearance, and this is empty and things like that. That's because that's very, how do you say, direct or very radical. That's not so many people want to hear this or can hear this.
No, I didn't in this first conversation, I didn't say things like that, which I knew were that would have been, they would have called the ambulance, or the so
or I know that people say, there's emptiness, but it's also fullness, so I am here, I'm also here. So I think, okay, no discussion, you can't discuss it, it's just, or it, how can you discuss this? It's just describing what is happening, and then when somebody says, no, it's not like that, then they say that, and that's it.
Yeah.
Strange.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. It's not a philosophy. It's not talking about this is some kind of truth of it's like this. It's just describing what is happening, and then there's nowhere there's someone. So it's not talking to someone trying to convince or trying to make your point. It's just talking, and then what's happening is what's happening. And it can also, when somebody is talking like that, and then there's a reaction like very strong, and there can be pain or like things like that. That can happen also. But it's not because of that. It's just anything can happen in every conversation.
I did feel I did regret talking like that, because I'll in the first conversation that I've sort of blotted my copybook. I've sort of Yeah, I suppose it doesn't matter, but there was no need for me to do that. I just got carried away, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because what is happening is not very nice. So then you think, the mind thinks, or the me, or what you say is, oh, I maybe I shouldn't do that. But that's an escape, because that's not a nice feeling to be seen like a fool. But that's what's happening.
Yeah.
It's not wrong. It's just not nice or
Yeah.
awful or things. That feelings can happen, of course.
Yeah. Sometimes the thought comes that, am I in a cult? You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
or certainly I could be seen to be in a kind of a cult. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that can give, of not give, but there can be feelings like, no, not feeling very comfortable or things like that in the company.
Yes. Yeah.
That can happen. It's not like, because then we say, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that, because there's always a thing like going on, like wanting to feel good or wanting to feel relaxed or
Yeah.
belong, or, but sometimes really when there's talking like this and it's just coming out, then there's maybe not comfort, then there's discomfort. Yeah, that's the norm, that's life, you could say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't prevent things or so.
Hmm. Anyway.
This is that's also, this is it's threatening for, there's no control about what's going on, but it's also seen that everything can happen. So
Yeah.
when there's a meal, it's like we have control to have a sort kind of feeling of comfort or safety or things like that. When they're talking about this, that's all out of the window,
Right.
because you don't know. Anything can happen,
Hmm.
and that's it.
Hmm.
And that's just, so it's not about feeling more relaxed or what people think of more happiness, or it's only happiness or joy. No, it's everything.
Yeah.
That's everything. It's like discomfort or pain or
Yeah.
I don't know, anything. Of course, but it's normal. It's very normal, like always, of course.
Hmm.
Yeah. When this happened here, when that me didn't come up anymore, it felt like naked, walking naked. Like, oh God, there was nothing around, or like oh God, everything comes very strong. So in the beginning, it felt like a bit like, and then it's just getting more normal. But sometimes it's really like, buff, comes in, and then it's not very long. Nothing lasts very long.
Hmm.
It can be more painful or more. It's more alive, but it's also then everything is more alive. So also it's joy, but it's also pain, full on.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. Mm. Hi, Rose. Oh,
Hey.
hi.
Hi.
Back
Hi.
back again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got an echo here, so it's confusing me. It's okay.
Mm.
A few minutes ago, when we were talking, and you kind of got excited. It was like talking how when you saw this and different feelings would arise about it, or fears or whatever, and it seemed quite like an intense thing. And sometimes I doubt what's happening here, in the sense that nothing special. I've had no special experience, no
Mm.
transcendental experience or
Mm.
anything.
Mm.
Simply that I, I, I I hear what you're saying, and where I couldn't before, I'd heard that before, and so I suddenly start to really hear it, and
Mm.
I it's just something I've got used to. There's nothing special
Yeah.
happening. There's there's the computer. I can philosophize about it if I want, and that's
Mm.
that could be quite interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But no big powerful event or something like that. It's simply
Mm.
uh, I kind of see what's being said, and I've sort of got used to it. I think, and still the same problems and
Mm.
embarrassments, and
Mm.
I mean, right now my central heating is broken down, and I'm in a freezing cold house with a
Mm.
tiny little heater, uh, uh, but and there's no plumber to come out until till
Oh.
oh, it's been a couple of days. So Monday there's a plumber coming down. So I've got a very freezing
Oh.
cold house. So
Mm.
that's yeah. So that still carries on. There's nothing special. Nothing. I'm
Mm.
not going around saying this is miraculous.
No.
Um, and so I have doubts. I think, oh well,
Ah.
maybe I'm maybe I'm fooling myself. Maybe
Ah.
I made it into a philosophy or something like
Yeah.
that. But then I still I don't think there's any more to come. I see, I hear what you say. Occasionally, I'm shocked by things that you say, like the meaninglessness of our thoughts, and they have no.
Yeah,
And that was good, but I'm kind. You know, that's kind of being digested.
yeah,
Um,
sure.
um, uh, so yeah, so I mean, there's a little bit of a process then. Suddenly thinking that you know the thought it's odd, the thought that the thought is meaningless. You know,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
huge. That's whoa. That's
yeah,
oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
yeah,
there's still
yeah,
things
yeah.
to not to work on, but that sort of does its work type of thing. Yeah. But even
And
then, I still there can be occasional, like I
mm,
say, doubts. Am I pretending to myself that this is,
mm, mm.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
What here I did the same when
Oh,
that all when there was it there was that sudden moment that it was very clear, and then
yeah,
but it was not felt or not special, or it was just clear, and then that all that clearness, or the how do you say clearness, that fell away also, so it was just normal again. And
yeah,
still there was something else, but I couldn't see what it was. It was not so much noticed. And then um I had a lot of stress in the body, or still sometimes.
yeah,
So I thought, oh, when there's stress in the body, that's the me. That was my belief very much. So when there's, I thought, oh God, this is all. I thought it was there, all. It was all gone, and it's back again, and
yeah,
some doubts. But there was nothing. Then that moment was there, and it was forgotten all after some seconds.
yeah,
And it wasn't noticed because that awareness, it wasn't there. So it wasn't noticed that it was already then not picked up or something like that. So,
mm,
and then the next stress, and then it's happened the same, the doubt, like, oh, maybe this is just the me is coming back, or things like that. And then after a while, those doubts didn't come up anymore, because that it wasn't noticed. But then afterwards, I could see that it wasn't picked up. So they came up, and then it fell away. But it wasn't noticed. So
mm,
it's maybe afterwards I can talk about that. But in that moment, it was like, oh, I didn't see what was happening, so
right,
I couldn't talk, and there was a lot of doubt. And then
mm,
after I don't know how many times, those thoughts didn't come up anymore. So it's not like it's. I thought it will be very clear, or it will be. I will be sure this is no me, or something like that.
yeah,
But it's not like that.
no,
It's just no doubt. But
right,
when there's doubt, it's the same. That's also meaningless. But we are so used to take it serious.
yeah,
Yeah, and you want to be sure, something like that. But it's not. It's not sure. It's not sure, but it's also not doubted. It's yeah, nothing going on. There's nothing going on about it. That's more like
yeah.
yeah.
I never think, well, the me's come back or the me went away. I never think like
Ah,
that.
okay. Yeah, yeah.
And then
Mm,
I think, then I have a doubt. Well, maybe it, I've still got there is a me there, but I'm just not aware of a me, or something
mm,
silly. Yeah. Well, it's just carrying on. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
It's already complete. Like it goes like that. That's also
Yeah.
complete, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm, mm.
I found so well. I, I don't want to take up too much,
That's
but
okay.
one thing I did notice, which was very, yeah, it was kind of a big thing, and it was like you say, it was something that I know after. I always used to have this as a very background feeling, a feeling of it was. I never quite for a long time I couldn't work out what it was, but it was a feeling of anguish,
Mm,
just sort of, just and didn't know what it was about. And then I don't know. Some recently, I just noticed. Oh, it's gone. It just disappeared, and it was no big event. It just was not part of this life, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And nothing special
No. Yeah.
took its place. It just that wasn't part of the
Yeah.
you know the drama or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We always think it's because of an event or something like that. It's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seems like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Hmm.
me is just a construct, and an embodied belief that there's someone, and there's someone doing this, someone making your life work, trying to make your life work, hearing your thoughts, trying to do what is being thought or thought it's good to do. It's just an imagined person. It costs a lot of energy to try to think about what I am and I'm having to do this. It's just happening. It's just happening by itself. It's just life happening. That's it.
Hello, Rose.
Hi.
Hi. I've heard it said that this is deep sleep. Could you explain that a bit, please?
This is deep sleep. In the sense, I think it's in the sense that there's nothing happening. I don't know. This is deep sleep. In deep sleep, there's just nobody, nothing is happening. But it's, I wouldn't say that. That sounds a bit complicated for me. Like I think, oh, I have to think, well, what is it? What is meant by that? I think it's more like this. When it said this is it's more simple. And in deep sleep, there's nothing going on. It's just nothing there. There's nobody, nothing. And it's when there seems to be that we are awake or we're walking around, then there's life happening. And when there's sleep or deep sleep, nothing is happening. But it's the same. It's the same. But it seems that during the day, there's everything is happening, but it's an appearance. So in the same time, it's nothing is going on. There is nobody, there's nobody, but there's also nobody, or it's just empty. But in the same time, it's an appearance. You couldn't say there's nothing happening only because you see trees or bodies, and that's the appearance. That's what is seen, like events or the table. So but it's an appearance, it's not real. So deep sleep in the day or in the night, it's the same, but in the day, you could say there's also the everything is just happening apparently in like everything seems very real. It's the same as in dreams, but during the day we think, oh, everything is very real and this is happening to me and what's going on and events are real and the table and everything, but it's the same like in dreams. So there's nothing happening, but it seems like there's happening everything all day, but it's together. It's not happening, it's empty. Everything is empty, but it's also seen like, oh, there's body, but it's empty yet. You can't understand, but somewhere maybe there's a bell that it's empty, but it's also seen like there are hands, but it's not real. Gone. Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, Cole. Oh, God. But no, don't mind, because somebody you could say, but oh, I can't understand this, or da, 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 da. It doesn't matter.
No.
It doesn't matter. Then when there's no bell ring, so what? Then it's just already what is happening, just the way it's the sitting is, or the moving. That's it, and that's everything. So why bother about, is this asleep or is it not asleep, or things like that? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hi, Rose.
Hey.
Hi, me again.
Yeah.
So there's just right now, right here, there's just looking at a screen, looking at these images of bodies, people, heads,
Mm. Mm.
but there's no people here.
Yeah.
And so there's just aloneness.
Mm.
Is that there's just aloneness? There's there's uh, there's no relationships. It's just this happening.
Yeah.
I don't even know if aloneness. You know the word aloneness. Yeah,
Yeah. But
yeah.
it's
So it's not even that.
no.
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 Okay. Is there another word?
It's just love.
Right.
It's just love. Everything is love. That seems like, oh, we read that, all those, we do that, we write that down. Everything is just love, things like that. But
Yeah.
it's like that because there's, how can, it's love, it's life. You can call it anything. It's silence, or it depends, freedom. But it's love. But it's not the love that we know of, like I'm in love with someone. It's
Yeah.
unconditional love. So
Right.
that's neutral. It's very strong, and it's just neutral. It's just, whoa, it's just life energy that's so strong. You see it in little children, wow, like that. So
Mm.
that's just that. But so when there's so many tension in the body, the body can't take that. So there's just maybe some moments, then suddenly there, and then it's coming in that normal way again. That's just a story, but it's trying to explain how that works. And it's just life.
Yeah.
But life is also not only life, but it's also like this.
Mm.
It's anything. Nothing is excluded. That's the unconditional part. So it's already complete. That's the most loving message of what I know. Like, everything is already complete. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing right, but there's also nothing wrong. It's
Mm.
just like it is. It's so simple that you can think, oh my God, how could I not see that? It's just what it is. Yeah, of course. But then we're so that whole belief system of no, it's not even a system, but that there's something wrong, and it's so embodied that there's something not right yet, and it's so strong and embodied. It can't hear. This is everything. This is already it. Why not? It's just the way it looks, the way the face is. It's just a miracle, like all those different faces and appearing, let's events that appear, and it seems like there's separation, like events happening to you or other people, but that's a huge misunderstanding, that there's a separate world, that you are separate from other things. There is no separation.
Mm.
It's just one. But because we are so capable, humans are capable of abstracting things, that you think that something is just happening, like a feeling or a sensation, and then immediately that comes like, oh, what is going on? Oh, I feel so, there's something not right. Oh, how could I do that yesterday? Oh, what da 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 da. And then there's a yesterday, there is something happening, and it's still there. It's already, it's not, it didn't even happen. There's only this. There's not even yesterday. There's no time, but there's only remembering. Of course, there can be a remembering, but it's also this. So, but we're so used to think in time and in events and in yesterday and in cause and effect and things like that.
Mm.
It's a misunderstanding. It's just abstracting an imagined world and imagined things like going on. It's just this. It's so incredible simple, but that we are so locked into that whole, like, I'm like that and this is my life, and and then suddenly this message is just whipping all everything from the table. We're so invested in that. So when it's just gone, it's like, oh my God, it's just relief also. Oh my God, nothing is going on. It's just love. It's all the time, it's just love. But not love like, oh, I feel good. It's like nature. Animals are raping things. Right? It's like, it's very radical also. Can be radical or sweet or anything, everything. That's the beauty. It's everything. Nothing is excluded. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're longing for. I want not to be excluded. I want not that. But it's already there. It's everything. It's just, and it's very simple, of course. Not about me having a special experience or, oh wow, now I got it. Oh no, it's not like that. Nobody sees it. That was my thing in the beginning. I thought, when this is happening, everybody will see a certain energy. Oh God, it's not like that. It's just normal. It's very, very normal. Of course. That's also the relief. Nothing's going on. It's very simple, like simple living. And it's the funny thing is that also it's forgetting that there was a lot of thoughts about, oh, how did I do it, and oh, I could have done that differently, and maybe how can I do that, and all that thinking. It's just not happening now anymore for a long time. I don't know how many times, but you forget it was there. It's just very normal. It's very quiet, but not special or no, nothing going on so much. But somewhere there's also joy. There's also joy, because I don't know where it comes from. It just is. Life is joy. And in little children, you can see it very clearly, in babies and really little children. It's just joy. And it's just anger and just like that. And it's normal, but a lot of times it's just very just going. No issues, or something like that. And no need to name it also, because that you can't.
Is this something you get used to, even though there's no time, and it's just you get used to it, and maybe so there's maybe not being excited or feeling great joy, just I mean I seem to have lost a lot of well, no, I think I've gone, this has been with me for a while, but I seem to have lost I'm not bothered about having a direction. Things always keep happening, and I go for a walk, I go this way, go that way, meet people, have a chat, do what I do. No big deal. Yeah. Not looking for great meaning, or finding enjoying looking at a puddle on the from the rain, or seeing what I get up to. Okay.
Thanks for sharing.
Okay.
There's a chat for you, Dave.
Okay.
You see it? Just wonder if it's you in the video of Kenneth Madden. So, thank you for joining. This is the meeting. Thank you.